Offer no resistance to one who is evil. Turn the other cheek. Hand over your cloak as well. Go for 2 miles. Give to the one who asks of you. Do not turn your back. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. And that's just our gospel. All of our readings today focus us radically on the responsibility that each one of us has as a Christian. The responsibility of care for the other, not just me, not just mine, but the other, even the one that I can't stand. Worse yet, the one who hates me. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, and he is mine. Am I my sister's keeper? Yes, and she is mine. The word gospel means good news, and that's what we're called to share. We hear of that good news expressly in our second reading from St. Paul to the Corinthians. All belongs to you. You belong to Christ. Christ belongs to God. Jesus brings us the possibility of salvation. He creates for us a direct line of grace on the way to God, our Heavenly Father. And that's good news. In fact, the greatest news ever. Now, if you've got good news and you really believe it, the one thing that you cannot do, the one thing that you must not do, the thing that you never do is keep it to yourself. In fact, usually, you can't wait to share it. The woman who finds out she's pregnant, the couple who become engaged, the candidate who gets the big job, the student who aces the test. These are not things that you keep to yourself. Good news has got to be shared. But it seems that our faith is sharing our faith can be challenging, even daunting. If you grew up Catholic like I did, there was no emphasis on sharing your faith. There was absolutely no emphasis on it at all. It wasn't seeming important, wasn't even a consideration. As a consequence, it doesn't seem very important to us. Sharing our faith can also be challenging because we have all seen it done badly, poorly, through intrusive, often offensive methods, using faith or the tenets of the faith to beat another over the head, to correct or change that person, rather than invite that person to salvation. I've used the example before of my mom, who was a cashier at the ShopRite in town. I really think that she did it more to be in the know about gossip than anything else. But she did her job well. She did it with kindness and gentleness, welcoming everyone, asking about them, and then remembering what they said and followed up. These are all simple things, but it also gave her the platform for the greatest of her passions, save for her grandchildren. Now, if you're thinking that it's me and my brothers and my sister, you would be wrong. It's food. She was a foodie. She loved the cooking shows. She was much thinner than I, by the way. This is not a good representation. But she loved the cooking shows. She loved to cook. She loved to eat. She loved to experiment. She liked the opportunity to prepare and then sit down and share a meal. So she never hesitated to ask her customers about the food they were buying, what they thought about it, what they made with it, how they liked it. And she never hesitated to share what she liked, what she found easy, how certain things helped her, what was good. Sharing our faith, I think, should be like that. One of the reasons that we're hesitant is we think we have to know everything before we begin to share anything. We don't have to know the 10 Commandments. We don't have to quote the Bible to share our faith. Sharing our faith comes in asking questions and listening for answers. From sharing what we like, what has worked for us, our own experience of who God is and how God works, what we like to do and how God helps us to do that. We need share nothing beyond our own experience, the gift already given to us. With that in mind, about what sharing our faith means and what it doesn't, and in a culture in which religion has been marginalized, in which at best it is not shared, at worst it is mocked and ignored, to have a strategy about how to share our faith, even in its most simple form, I think is essential. Our step, the final of our 5 steps today, is about sharing. It's the last of the 5. And it is a strategy on how we can share our faith. Strategy for sharing our faith is simple. It's called invest and invite. Invest in the people that you know already. People in your family, people in your neighborhood, parents from your kids' school or lacrosse team or dance class, people who have not yet had a gift of the relationship with Christ or his church, but they do have a relationship already with you. Invest in them. Invest in that relationship, relationally, conversationally, prayerfully. Make an investment in that person by praying by name expressly for them every day. And then when the opportunity arises, and it always arises, invite them to church. Or if that's too much, invite them to one of the activities that we have. The fish fry, the Stations of the Cross. Offer to bring them here, to meet them here. Promise them breakfast or coffee afterwards. That would work with me, by the way. For our part, as a church team and staff, we promise and pledge to partner with you, putting time and effort into making sure your guest has a great experience. And you can add to that experience. A simple thing, park further away so that our guests of those who come, might have a place up front. If they can't find the bathroom or a missalette, don't know what a bulletin is, help them. Help them with their coats. But in all things, smile and greet them warmly. These are all simple things. But think back. When you're new, hesitant, wanting to be here, to meet Jesus Christ, yes, but you're still scared, feeling out of place, judged by the angry looks on the one who unknowingly you took his or her seat. Very simple, but not easy. And that's why we come to Christ. That's why we seek to grow our discipleship. Because discipleship is about following the Lord, step by step, on the path to greatness. Following the Lord Jesus step by step in the direction of discipleship. A little bit more today than yesterday. A little bit more tomorrow than today. And in the process of taking one step and then another, discovering not only who God is and how God works, but a more successful and a greater way to live. My dear friends, our Archdiocesan Annual Appeal for Catholic Ministries is in full swing. The theme this year is "You are the light of the world." And the monies raised through this effort assist ministries and services around the whole Archdiocese, including care and formation of clergy, outreach ministries, faith centers, special ministries for different needs. In addition, a portion of what you give comes back to us. For the past couple years, we have kept it close to home for the area homeless shelters run by the Religious Coalition. And over the past 2 years, we have raised over $15,000 for them. This year, we've designated our parish pastorate portion for our youth ministry and faith formation programs to help our kids right here in our pastorate. This is a once-a-year opportunity for all of us, for each of us, as a part of the greater Catholic community, to make a financial commitment to support ministries across the whole Archdiocese. Those ministries supporting the spiritual and corporal works of mercy. I want to thank all of you who have given to this appeal already this year and in past years. Your gifts are deeply appreciated by those who are served through the many ministries funded by the appeal. Please remember the importance of this appeal and the impact it is making on the lives of others. Each of us is called to share our blessings with the wider church, and the annual appeal is a very effective way to do that. At this time, I ask one member of each household, as the greeters distribute, to take an envelope and a pencil. For those of you attending Mass virtually, perhaps you can pick up the envelope that was mailed to you at home for the purpose of participating today. Whether you are here in church or at home, you can follow along by making your gift from your home, from your computer at home, or your phone, even here in church. Simply scan the QR code on the back of your envelope or enter the URL address archbalt.org/mygift. archbalt.org/mygift. Once you're on the website, you can choose either St. Francis, St. Mary Parish or Holy Family Catholic Community. I'm just going to take a minute now to walk you through this as communally we pledge our support for the annual appeal. When you open the envelope flap to find the pledge form, or if you're using our online form, begin at the top of your screen. Fill out your name first and last, and be sure to include your spouse if applicable. On the next 2 lines, please provide your complete mailing address. Next, please fill in your preferred email and phone number. This is important so that we may be able to reach you with any questions concerning your gift. The online form does not have a phone number field. Next, please fill out, write, or select from the drop-down list the name of the parish you would like to share your gift. If you are traveling from within the Archdiocese and are here from a different parish, still put St. Francis, St. Mary, or Holy Family. No, I'm just kidding. You can put your own parish on the line and then get out. No. Again, I'm just kidding. When you've done that, I ask you to look at the upper left side of the flap or select the Pledge to Give button on the online form. Consider the amount that you wish to give. Every gift, any gift, large or small, makes a difference. Please check the box next to that amount. Please note that you can make a one-time gift or spread the gift over several months. Then on the right-hand side of the flap, I ask you to look at the payment details. Write the total amount of your pledge on the first line. If you are making a payment by check today, please write the amount of that payment on the amount enclosed line. Checks should be made out to the annual appeal. Then check the appropriate box about how the balance is to be handled if there is a balance. Next, if you wish to use a credit card, please check the appropriate box. For those of you using the online form, please enter your credit or debit card information, or if you prefer, select Bill Me Later. No other information is needed at this time. When finished, fold over the pledge card and seal the envelope. For those giving by a mobile device or online, please be sure to press the donate button. Last year, I removed that because I thought, what kind of idiot wouldn't do that? Well, I made my gift on Friday as I was going over this. And guess what kind of idiot? So I put it back in this year. Give you another minute to finish up. And then I would ask our greeters, please to come forward to collect the envelopes. For those of you unprepared to give today, we'll have a special electronic outreach on Tuesday, and I thank you for your contribution to the annual appeal for Catholic ministries. As a pastor, I'm encouraged by your generosity and faithfulness. May God bless you today and always.